Kethevane, again, several measures, but the main headline, of course, is those two very large sums of money that will be given to Ukraine to help them in the next few days and weeks.
Yes, the first one, of course, is that $800 million of military aid. This was something that had been expected. We were waiting for the official confirmation of that. This on top of the $800 million that the president had already announced last week, which is bringing the total to about $3.4 billion since the start of the war in Ukraine in military aid. This is according to the president, weapons that are tailored to support a different war. This is, of course, focused on this new phase of the war in the east. And so the president was saying that this is what the Ukrainians have asked for, what they need right now for this type of war. So a lot of heavy artillery, a lot of ammunition to try to help the Ukrainians fend off that new offensive in the east, in the Donbas region by the Russian. So that is for the military part. The president also making a plea with Congress, because you have to understand that the $3.4 billion in military aid, this is called a drawdown. That means that the U.S. is simply picking from the Department of Defense's reserves in weapons to send it over to Ukraine. They are not purchasing new weapons to send it to Ukraine, making it much faster because they already have the weapons. But he is running out, as he said, of that money, that drawdown money. So he is expected to ask Congress next week to authorize more budget in order to keep the weapons flowing to Ukraine. So that's for the military part. There is also $500 million. That's direct economic aid to the Ukrainian government in order for the Ukrainian government to simply keep the country afloat, keep paying some of the salaries of the essential workers that are still assuring that Ukraine continues to sort of operate in this war. So that is going to be very helpful to the Ukrainian government. And two other announcements that we hadn't heard before, or confirmations of something that we were expecting the president to say. One is that humanitarian parole program to try to streamline and make more efficient the process for Ukrainians to come over to the United States, to come from Europe to the U.S. This is going to make the process much faster. He said that it would be expedited for people who have sponsors, either actual individuals or organizations, to bring them to the United States. And finally, that ban for Russian-affiliated ships from docking, from using U.S. ports. That was the final announcement made by the president.
France 24's Kethevane Gorjestani reporting there from Washington. Kethevane, thank you very much.